But it's off the field also that Virat Kohli has been making the headlines today. Because today he came out in strong defense of his ex-girlfriend and film actor Anushka Sharma. The cricketer took on a vicious cyber army which has been targeting Anushka. Here is the never-seen-before side of the man who's a demolition man on the field but is also tough off it.
There's no doubt about the fact that Virat Kohli excels at the gentleman's game. And off the field too, Virat Kohli has proven to be a true sportsman. After demolishing Australia and powering India through to the T20 World Cup semi-finals, Virat batted for his former girlfriend Anushka Sharma. In true gentleman style, Kohli hit out at those trolling Anushka online. A furious Virat took to Twitter and Instagram to lash out at those blaming Anushka or making fun of her, asking trolls to show some respect and compassion. The post with a picture of the word shame in capital letters written across the wall went instantly viral. The cricketer and the actor parted ways sometime in February, but the couple never shied away from making public appearances together when they were dating. Anushka would be seen cheering for Virat from the stands several times in the past, but she was viciously attacked and blamed every time Virat performed poorly on field. Back then, Kohli stood up for her, and this time too, he's proven to be a true sportsman. Bureau Report, India Today.
So are celebrities, and particularly female celebrities, soft targets for online trolls, for the social media army? Is that what Anushka Sharma has become a victim of? I want to raise that today with three powerful women. Khushbu, actor turned politician, joins me. Vishakha Singh, who's taken on some of these social media trolls, and Mini Mathur, actor, who's also on Twitter. I appreciate all of you joining us. Vishakha, I want to come to you because I believe you have a reputation of taking on those who've taken you on Twitter. When you are abused on Twitter, when you are in some way there's an attempt made to target you, you've actually taken on the social media anonymous trolls. Do you believe that's what an Anushka Sharma should do? Actually lash out? Or is it best that she ignores them and leaves it to a Virat Kohli, as he has done today, to take up for her?
Rajdeep, I think Anushka as of now is doing the smart thing of just letting it go, and she's not wasting her time on these people. I learnt it the hard way, and I think it's just wise, once in a while I do take them on when I'm really free, but at times I feel it's important back to them because otherwise they will just continue doing it.
Give it back to them is how you're putting it. Mini Mathur, do you believe it is important for celebrities to give it back to the online army trolls who today are targeting an Anushka Sharma for ridiculous reasons, suggesting that now that she has broken off with Virat Kohli, that's why Virat Kohli is performing, which is actually a lie, because Virat Kohli, when he was performing, was with Anushka Sharma. But do you believe it's important for celebrities to hit out at such people?
Exactly.
Or should they just ignore this as surround sound?
Rajdeep, the thing is, I battle with this myself, and I'm a fairly vociferous person on Twitter, and I get attacked for various reasons, for sometimes completely unrelated reasons. I might be talking about the Amazon forest, but they'll make it about the fact that my husband is Muslim, okay, or whatever. So the point is, you only react back to people who have names, who don't hide behind faceless, just Twitter handles who you may or may not even exist. They are called trolls. So the point is, yes, if you keep reading them and engaging with them, there is an endless army of people. You can block 20,000 people and there will be just more and more coming. So I think the prudent thing to do for Anushka is to just switch off her phone or delete Twitter from her, from her phone for a few days and chill. But it doesn't happen like that. You've got to give it back. At some point, you're like, look, I'm not a sitting duck for all your stupidity, and there are so many of them out there. Very often I just delete Twitter from my phone because you can't handle all the shit that comes your way, especially because you're a woman. Anushka is only being targeted because she's a film actress, she's a celebrity. How come nobody trolled Anjali Tendulkar when Sachin had a bad day? It's just, she's there, she's out there, and it's easy for them to, reach her and abuse her, and they do. And these guys don't have any names. I mean, I would appreciate it if you wanted to give me an opinion and you actually had a name and an ID. You are just, you know, you're on handle. One person could have 20 handles and just keep abusing celebrities, which is exactly what's happening.
You know, one person could have 20 handles and abuse a celebrity, but I want to pick up on that point of a woman, Khushbu, because it appears that women are particularly more vulnerable. You've got a situation where, let's say, an Anushka Sharma film had flopped. No one would blame a Virat Kohli for it. But every time Virat would not do well when they were going out together, Anushka would be blamed. I'm just wondering whether women, Khushbu, are even more vulnerable to these social media armies and the manner in which they are targeting specific celebrities.
Yes, Rajdeep, very precisely. They think women are weak and you target them, they're going to sit in the corner, they're going to, sit and cry, or you bring them down morally. But what they do not understand is that women, when we don't react to them, that's the biggest slap across their faces. Because we completely understand that these faces, like what Mini said, they're absolutely faceless, ugly creatures who hide behind some mask and not even a real name. So they are trolls, they're not even worth wasting your time. But you have to understand, these trolls have to understand that we are not some dumb bimbos who are going to just, sit back and read that. And, there are times when I have been targeted so many times, and you just look at that and you laugh it out and just delete it or just block them. But I think these people, they're so jobless that they think that the best thing is to target a woman, because they're weak. When it compares comparatively to women, they're so weak that they show out the inferiority complex themselves by targeting a woman.
Let's take that further. Vishaka, do you believe as a woman you're more susceptible than a male celebrity, let's say? Is a woman celebrity today more susceptible to social media trolling and abuse than a male is?
Rajdeep, women as such are more susceptible. Considering the society that we live in, that's the common woman who's very susceptible. So we, being female celebrities, yes, people as it is assume that we actresses are public property and they can come and say anything to us. So yes, that is there. But I think there's the latest trend of that's been happening on Facebook, that all these common girls, normal ordinary citizens who've been lashing back. And I think that is a great sign, because it's not just us so-called female celebrities who are lashing back, it's them as well. And I think I always feel that the Indian woman has kind of she's been able to move on in life and taken on these trolls much faster than than the male counterparts. And yes, we are more susceptible, but I'm glad that we're also giving it back to them.
Giving it back, and that's where Mini Mathur is, giving it back the answer. You said you like to give it back, either you sometimes hit back, other times you just switch off Twitter. But do you believe that giving it back to social media
Rajdeep,
trolls will serve any purpose? Will they at all change?
Yes, it is absolutely important to give it back, okay? It's because, see, I always feel that these people, they're not even articulate, okay? You want to give me an opinion, articulate it well, tell me what you think was objectionable and what I said or read, make a point. You have no articulation powers. What you're saying doesn't even make sense, and I'm supposed to sit here and read it and take it on my chin. No sir, I'm going to cut you down to size. I want to retweet you and make sure that everybody who actually supports me or is a genuine fan or follower will attack you instead. So I let my army loose on them, and my Twitter followers have never ever let me down. So we have a bit of a war. Of course, you need to have a lot of free time on your hands, as Khushbu said. If you're free, you sit and you do this. But it's very important for you to give it back, because nobody should think that just because I'm here and I'm accessible to you at the press of a button, you can just get away with any old shit. I'm not going to take it. So if somebody messes with me, I mess with them back and I shame them. And I think that's the only way to go forward.
But is it misogyny? Is it misogyny, Khushbu? Is it, we come back to it. Is it about...
It is pure misogyny.
But you're saying it's pure misogyny, Mini, but,
absolutely.
Do you believe that if these faces, if these people who today have attacked Anushka Sharma and, abused her in a way, were to reveal their faces, what would their ugliness do you believe that they are all male out there who are frustrated men who are using the anonymity of social media to strike out at women? And do you see it as sexual harassment in a way?
See, whether it's
Absolutely.
It's a man or woman doesn't make a difference because you are hiding.
Absolutely.
Continue.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're completely hiding behind a mask.
Yeah.
You don't have a
These
real
are not
name.
real
You don't have a real name. You're hiding behind somebody else's face. So, Mini, that's for you or for me?
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead. Go ahead, Kushbu.
Okay, so I think, you know, even women, when you look at them, there's so much of inferiority complex. They cannot be Anushka Sharma, or Anushka Sharma was dating Virat Kohli. They cannot date Virat Kohli. They dream about Virat Kohli. So then they want to attack Anushka Sharma because there's again an inferiority complex, because you cannot be Anushka Sharma. She is a celebrity, and I'm sure there are millions of women who are jealous and envious of Anushka Sharma. But there are men who think that it's a public property, let's do it, this is what we are. And the reason why they hide behind somebody else's face or with a fake name is because they don't want to be shamed. The reason being, they know that probably somebody from their family member is there, and the minute their you know, their faces or their names are there, then they will be shamed in front of their family members or the friends. So they don't want to show their ugly side. So that's why they hide. So that again I said, you know you're doing absolutely wrong, and you want to hide yourself. You need to hide yourself because you know what you're doing is wrong.
Should you then, I use the word sexual harassment, and I want to ask you this in conclusion, Mini Mathur and Vishaka, should you then tomorrow, if something were to happen like this, rather than wait for Virat to expose them and defend Anushka, maybe go and file an FIR? Should a person who's targeted like this go and file an FIR for sexual harassment? Mini, Vishaka, first you, Mini.
Rajdeep, I've been saying this forever. Twitter needs to identify whether the handles actually belong to real people or not. If Facebook can do that, Twitter can do that. They don't. Therefore, a guy sitting in a room can have 2,000 handles and keep abusing people. And very often when you go and track them and stalk them, you know that they have 1 follower, 2 followers, they've got one political party ka emblem over there, and you know where it's all coming from. These are not real people.
So
and yes, I want to be able to go report them, spam them, block them, get them arrested. Absolutely. How dare you? Just because you have the access through a social media app cannot give you the right to get up and comment on anything that I've done or I look like, or I mean, there has to be some game plan in place for Twitter. Absolutely.
Well, Vishaka, conclusion from you. Would you go and file an FIR if something similar happened to you next time?
You know, Rajdeep, cases take a long time in this country to get resolved. And these trolls will continue doing so unless they're held accountable. And I think that's the reason why we need to have stricter cyber laws in place. And more than anything else, I think we need to prepare the future, netizens of the country we need to prepare them. We need to have, like we have sex educations in schools, we need to have social etiquettes or social media etiquettes classes, I would say, for our future generation, to have a safer social media platform for the future generation. But as of now, yes, if somebody really pisses me off, I will take them to court.
Well, the good thing is I've had 3 strong women on the show.
Can I just say a word here?
Yes, quickly. I've got 30 seconds only. Because I've got 3 strong women. What you've said has made it very clear that if social media messes with 3 of you, they're in big trouble. But okay, I'll give you 30 seconds. Quickly.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, they can't mess with us, but I think, filing cases does not make a difference, because most of the time why we avoid it, because they need this 2-minute fame saying that whether it is Vishaka, whether it is Mini Mathur, Anushka Sharma, Kushbu, or any other celebrity, we have acknowledged them. I think that 2 seconds of fame is what they are always hungry for. So the best thing is to avoid them, block them. True. I think that is what is very, very important.
Okay, we leave it to you. I think you've sent out a firm message and come out again. It's strongly in defense of Anushka Sharma, as any sensible Indian should. Enough, as Virat Kohli says, of the cowardice shown by people on social media. Thanks very much for joining me there on that story.
Obviously, we can, focus on the positive things that we did there against Australia.
We've got a very different team to those games that we played. We went through quite a few players throughout those 3 games.